Alright guys, so here we are today in Silverstone, just doing a random 25% race as Lewis Hamilton. For some reason I just felt the need to do a live commentary 25% since you guys enjoyed the last one that I did around Singapore with the helmet cam. I might dab into a little bit of helmet cam in this video. I'll probably explore a couple camera angles as well during the course of this race. We're doing a 25% race, 13 laps. Hopefully just one stop around Silverstone, which is notoriously bad for its tyre wear, but we'll see how we go. We'll have to manage that over the course of this race. I'm just going to go through the setup now and show you guys what I'm running for this Grand Prix, and fairly standard stuff. Strategy is, we're going to start on the primes, are we? No, we're going to start on options. We'll have pretty much the same strategy as the AI. We're starting from last place as well, so this is going to be a fairly eventful race. We should see a lot of overtakes hopefully, so it should be a lot of fun. Here we go.
All complete, we're ready.
Alright, so here we are on the grid of Silverstone, starting from 22nd place. We're directly behind our countryman Max Chilton, and away we go here in Silverstone. We didn't actually have the lights to give us the sequence to release into this race, but away we go. Looks like we got off to a fairly slow start, and we'll just manage all the cars in front of us as we head into the opening couple of corners in this Grand Prix. Try and have a nice start without any penalties. It would be awfully embarrassing. Oh, Jensen Button has spun out there. That is very rare to see the AI colliding with each other. Now the Force India cars have some kind of... something's gone wrong with the mod that I put on the car, and I need to fix that up in a future video before I resume the Cucumber Challenge, which will be coming very soon, within the next week. I know you guys have been eagerly awaiting for that series to come back, and it will be coming back very soon. So too the Return to Glory series with Arab, that'll be coming back very soon as well. Just been getting very caught up with exams and other things, so myself and Arab haven't had much time to do other series apart from our career mode, which is pretty much our main flagship series, and also with Grid Autosport coming out in the last couple of weeks. That's also been a bit of a distraction for us, but over time we should be able to get back to normal and finish off some of our series that you guys have been wanting. So first lap just about done. We're going up the inside of Nico Hulkenberg now. It's been a fairly eventful first lap, very productive one as well. Tyre wear almost non-existent on this first lap. I think we're coming in at the end of lap 5, I want to say, and then we'll put on the prime tyres, the hard orange wall tyres I believe it is. So we'll see how they handle at the back end of this race. Going up the inside of Mark Webber into turn 1. I hate that corner. Many a time where I've gone into that corner too early and I've hit that inside barrier there. Very embarrassing, but get through there unscathed on that occasion. But going back to what I was talking about before with Grid Autosport, I put up a couple of videos since I got the preview copy of that game, and enjoying it so far. The handling, a little bit debatable on whether I enjoy it or not. It's a bit unpredictable with the back end sliding out too much. I just feel like it's a bit lazy and a bit unpredictable. You can't really put the car in places that you really want it to, so that's a little bit annoying for me, but overall it's a very fun game. If you guys are thinking about picking up a game in the next couple of weeks to I don't know, fill your time during summer, then I definitely recommend picking up Grid Autosport, as it's the latest release of Codemasters racing games this year. And now catching up to the back of Raikkonen. We've absolutely smashed through this field at the opening part of this lap. I swear that we've got Legend AI on. It's just, we're normally used to racing in the Force India, which takes almost a perfect run for us to carve through the field with a Mercedes and a full setup on the car. This is how we're carving through the field quite quickly. So in a couple of corners time here, we might have a pretty lonely race. So it's going to be interesting. We're going up the inside of Alonso here into turn 2. We set the fastest lap on the last lap. Job done. So I'm running with the 2014 cars on all the cars, except the Marussia, which I've got to put a HRT skin on for the Cucumber Challenge, which will be starting up in a couple days' time, as I mentioned before. Also running with almost like a Sky Sports OSD as the graphics. I think they're quite nice, actually. It's a nice little change up to sort of liven up this game, because as you guys know, the F1 2013 game has been out for 9 months now, and eventually you do get bored of it. So to have mods is a nice touch, which can bring a little bit of excitement back. And now setting up Vettel, we're gonna use up a bit of KERS on the. Is this the Hanger Straight or the Camel Straight? I think it's the Hanger Straight. Well, we get the lead now on lap 3, so in 2.5 laps, gone from last to first. It's pretty amazing when you think about it, but yeah, I think the AI need a bit of work for the next F1 game to come out. The AI definitely need to be a little bit better in terms of racecraft, their opening lap, just awareness and just racecraft. They don't really race us too much, which is a bit frustrating, especially when you are getting past up the inside or something. The AI just back out of it all the time. It's not a problem on grid though. The grid AI seem to be, or grid autosport rather, the AI in that game seem to be very good, and they really do challenge you. So hopefully some of the knowledge that was gained from that game can maybe be transferred over onto F1 2014. Who knows? But the community feedback on Grid Autosport has been very good. The way that the development team has really listened to the fans and the criticisms that happened with Grid 2, and to see how much Grid Autosport has changed from its previous game is really quite remarkable. But hopefully F1 2014 can have that kind of a transformation in regards to this game, because there are a lot of areas on this game that I don't like. There are a lot of areas I do like on this game, especially career mode. The AI being a little bit better. I like the tyre wear on this game. It just needs to be toned down just a little bit for the AI, and they need to be a little bit faster on fresher tyres. Other than that, the AI are pretty well good. I like the mistakes that they make. Strategy calls fairly good. Online is a big disappointing factor of this game, which needs to be rectified, because online is a big part of keeping the community playing your games. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the online can be really good on F1 2014, and that'll really spice up the leagues once again. So we'll see what happens with that. Only maybe a couple more weeks until we hear some news about that game. Last year we heard some news. Oh geez, hit that bollard there. Bit embarrassing. Last year we heard news around mid-July, and that was when the Classic Edition trailer came out. We may even see screenshots before then, so that's normally the first bit of news that comes out. First of all, it's normally just news that the game's coming out, plus maybe a release date, some screenshots, and then a couple weeks later you'll see either some gameplay or some trailers or something like that. It'd be awesome to see some of the F1 community going over to Codemasters once again for a community day to show off the game. Be quite nice. But I think this is lap 5. Are we coming in for our next lap? Okay, so our tyre wear has been fairly good in this race. Something you wouldn't normally hear me say in a career mode, but this isn't career mode, of course. This is Grand Prix mode, where all of the upgrades on the car are applied, and that's an area where I struggle in career mode, because the Force India doesn't have any or many upgrades applied to the car, so tyre wear is actually quite terrible, so that really is what kills me in most of the races. But
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
Vettel running full revs, even though he's 4 seconds behind, he's not going to challenge us anytime soon. But if we had the tyre wear from Grand Prix mode converted over to career mode, then it'd be a very good balance between fighting the AI, I think, and running in the Force India. Because at the moment, I feel like in the Force India, it's almost like the Cucumber Challenge in a way, where I have to get track position as soon as I can, and then just pretty much defend for the rest of the race, which is a bit annoying. But Steve Hood mentioned over Twitter, this is early when F1 2013 came out, he said that in career mode, as the season progresses, your tyre wear eventually gets better. And I've noticed that to a degree, but it's nowhere near being as good as what maybe other teams I've raced in career mode are, like Sauber. Lotus are pretty good. Ferrari was good as well. Mercedes was average the early part of the season, but Force India has just been absolutely terrible. They're coming in for our pit stop now, putting on prime tyres. We've got a lead of about 5.4 seconds. Fairly good so far. Coming in for our pit stop now, grab a quick drink. I was originally going to do this race in highlights, just cut up the bits where I wasn't talking, but it seems I'm pretty talkative today. So pit stop 3.0 seconds, so a decent one there from Mercedes. Teammate Rosberg stays out for another lap, and that's going to hurt him quite a bit. The rejoining, we're going to rejoin easily in the top 10, just in front of this pack hopefully, otherwise we're going to get held up here. Yeah, just behind the Saubers and the Force Indias, and in front of Bottas as well. Bottas doing a fantastic job at Williams this year. Very impressed with his driving. Up against Felipe Massa, who's no pushover himself.
You're on the slower tyre, but you're maintaining the gap for the car ahead, so we're very happy. This is good.
Oh, Sutil going very slowly.
Engine temperatures are good. Let's try to keep it that way.
He's on dead tyres, so we're going to get past him as soon as we can. Up the inside. Job done. I'm looking forward to driving the Force India on F1 2014. That car just absolutely looks fantastic. It's a shame that none of the mods can really showcase how good that car looks in 2014 on this game. But Force India Lotus will be two cars that I'll definitely be driving in career mode on the next game. That's for sure. Speaking of almost next year, we've got some rule changes coming in, introduced by the FIA. Standing restarts after safety cars, which is controversial to say the least. I can't say I disagree or I agree with the changes. For sure, the changes are definitely going to spice up the racing. It's going to be a few more crashes maybe. There's going to be almost a development race in terms of cars trying to optimize their start control processes, if you want to say. So teams that are good off the starts are going to be benefiting massively next year, so there's going to be a lot of development going into that, as well as some of the engines. Although some, I'm not too sure, maybe you guys can let me know, but I think some of the engine development has been frozen now until next year, I think. Let me know in the comments, I'm not too sure about that. But 2015 is going to be interesting, whether Red Bull stay with their Renault-powered cars for next year, whether Lotus are going to move to maybe Ferrari power, Mercedes or something like that, maybe even Honda. Mclaren moving to Honda next year, could be a good year for them, but I have a feeling it might be just a almost development year for them next year. I don't know that Honda could just come in off the bat and just be super consistent and competitive straight away. I just don't see that happening, but you never know. I'm no expert, so I don't know how much development they've really put into 2015 with their engines, but I could be completely wrong on that one, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so coming to the close of this lap, and I've not really done any commentary for this one, as you can see. Just thought I'd sweat for this lap, see what kind of lap time we can punch out, and so far we're 7.5 tenths clear on our previous personal best. This third sector hasn't been the best, We may lose a little bit of time here, but we'll see what the lap time is as we come across the line. 1:30.4, so yeah, we lost a tenth and a half there in that final sector. But overall, not too bad. Our lead is over 15 seconds now. So this is why, when I was running with the Mercedes in Season 2 of F1 2013 Career Mode, this is why I didn't run with any setups, because this is what would be happening every race. The setups give maybe a second and a half per lap advantage over the AI. So when you're running with a top line car, you just simply can't run with setups and expect to be on the same pace of the AI unless you're fairly slow. But it's a bit of a shame that the AI are fairly limited. Oh geez, that's a terrible mistake there. That was, geez, not even concentrating. It's a shame that the AI are fairly slow. You can't really drive in a top level team and still race at the front competitively. So for me, I have to run with midfield teams in order for it to be a challenge. So it's a bit frustrating, but what can you do? Yeah, so going back to what I was talking about before with Grid Autosport and some videos coming out in the future, let me know what kind of videos you want me to make in the next couple of months. I'm thinking about doing an F1 2010 career mode, so if you want to see that, then let me know. Grid Autosport is very popular at the moment, but I'm not too sure on what kind of videos I want to make on that game. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, then let me know in the comments, because apart from career mode, I'm not too sure what to do. I've got some recordings of some online gameplay I did the other day. I did some Demolition Derby races in open wheel cars, touring cars, endurance cars, with a couple F1 community members like Alex Gillen, Arava, Brightbox, a few others like Ryan Littlemore, just to name a few. So if you want to see those, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, in the next couple months, I want to finish off the Return to Glory series, finishing off F1 2013 career mode, going off to a new team next season, maybe Sauber, Mclaren, or Williams or something like that. I think I will move over to PC and do some mods as well to spice it up a little bit. F1 2010 career mode, probably mentioned that already. Maybe a bit of Championship Edition on the old PS3. F1 2006, I think that was. Might do a few videos on that. But yeah, not too sure. Apart from that, I'm not too sure what to do until F1 2014 comes out. Just a bit of a transition phase. F1 2013 coming to the end of its life cycle. But yeah, other than that, nothing else really happening. We got the F1 returning this weekend for Silverstone, or next weekend. It's the main reason why I'm doing this video, just to, I don't know, have a go around Silverstone, sort of feel the hype building once again. I'm going to come in for a pit stop here and see if I can pass a couple cars on the final lap. Just make it a little bit interesting, put on a set of option tyres, and then we'll see how we go. I think my favourite this weekend to win the Grand Prix is Lewis Hamilton. I think he's going to bounce back strong, especially in front of his home crowd. Maybe the pressure of expectation might drive him towards winning the Grand Prix. We'll have to wait and see. But this pit stop has been 5.5 seconds. Vettel and Alonso are coming past now, so I don't think I'm actually going to catch him. This is a little bit embarrassing. I might not get any racing done here on this final lap. I might even be passed by Rosberg and everyone else. What a stupid move that was. Oh well. It's not like it really mattered. It was only a one-off race. So yeah, Hamilton's my favourite to win this weekend. Rosberg, of course, will get second, barring any technical problems getting in the way. Williams looking very strong in the recent past. They'll be up there as well, but this track should suit Red Bull a little bit more compared to the Red Bull ring. A lot more high-speed corners around Silverstone. Tyre wear is going to be a factor around here, looking after that front left tyre. Not too sure what the forecast is. There might be a bit of rain, which might spice things up. That tends to favour Red Bull a little bit. If you remember, early on in the season, Red Bull were very strong, especially in intermediate conditions. in the couple of qualifying sessions they had, going up the inside of our teammate there. As easy as you like.
You're now running in third. Let's hang on to this.
But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this in the future where we just do commentaries, whatever, just talk about whatever the hell I feel like talking about, let me know in the comments below, and I'll maybe do a few more in the future. But yeah, fairly enjoyable race. We should have won that one, but we just gave it to Alonso there in the end. But it doesn't really matter. We're going to win that race anyway. So there we go. 25% race at Silverstone done. And that helmet of Lewis Hamilton's looks absolutely fantastic. So that's been this video for today, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these videos in the future, then let me know in the comments. But until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time.